The following is a special presentation of First Horizons Green Sports Zone. This is the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show. Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything on the diamond in Lower Afton. With the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights baseball team, we'll recap the past 4 games, preview what's next on the schedule. But first, before we do that, we need to go ahead and get a break in first. So we'll be right back after these messages here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone. The Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show is brought to you by Gateway Ford Nissan, Tommy's Plumbing, and Terry's Flooring. Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything on the diamond with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knights baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with Black Knights head coach Jacob Willett. Coach, how we doing this morning?
Doing good. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing well. A little cold outside, not too bad though, about 50 degrees. Still got dew on the grass, but still got the best backdrop in Greene County behind us at the moment. Can't beat it.
No, can't beat it.
Can't beat it at all. But looking back at the last 4 games, we'll go ahead and run through matchups with ACA, Elizabethton, and a pair with Unicoi County. Let's start off with a pair of wins, a pair of non-conference wins. So you finally break the streak of non-conference losses. You travel up to ACA, pick up an 11-1 win on the road, and then turn around and pick up a big 6-3 win over Elizabethton, who have beat some very talented baseball teams this year. What was working well for y'all to pick up both of those wins?
We pieced together some big innings in both games. I don't think we swung it great, 1 through 7 in those games, but we had a couple big innings that really busted those games open. And defensively, we played really well both games. I don't think we had an error in either game. So it's when you're playing clean baseball and you have a big inning, it usually translates pretty well to the scoreboard. So that's kind of how that went. Elizabethton, I know they're a really good team, and we played maybe the cleanest game we've played all year. We pitched it really well. We had Murray throw it. He really held them in place, kept them off balance, pounded the zone. And Bowers threw against ACA. He did a great job. He allowed 1 hit. That was the last inning of the game, I think maybe with 2 outs too. He almost had a no-hitter. But yeah, we threw it well. We had guys competing on the mound and pieced together some big innings and played really clean defense. So whenever you can do that, it's usually a pretty good outcome.
And you mentioned Caden and Gavin both started those games?
Yes, they did.
How important was it for both of those to start those games?
I think it might have been Gavin's first start this year.
We've seen him in relief a lot this year in important conference games.
He's usually one of our first guys out of the bullpen in relief. He usually throws multiple times a week. I don't think he'd thrown last week leading up to that one. So we had him fresh. It's like, we'll just roll him out to start today. And he held Elizabethton, and that's never easy to do.
No, not at all.
So he did a great job. Proud of him for how he threw it against them. And then I think Kipton came in relief and kind of held the score where it was. So, yeah, big pitch in there in those 2 games.
And then going into this week's action, you started on Monday with the Unicoi County series here at home. Resulted in a 14-7 loss. Weird game all around. Played competitive, didn't seem like it, but still scored 7 runs, hit 2 home runs, had some big innings, but ultimately fell here at home 14-7 on Monday. A lot of emotions in that game, but take me through that game from start to finish.
Everybody that was here kind of saw what happened there. We had one really, really, really bad inning, and it was really, really, really bad, as bad as it's been all year for us. And when you're playing a good team, you can't give them free outs. When you give them free outs, you let a kid get an extra at bat that he shouldn't have had. You put a runner on base that shouldn't have been on the base. They're going to take advantage of it. And unfortunately, we gave them multiple free outs that inning, and really one inning sums up the game. It was the second inning, and I think we gave up, seems like 1 million runs, but yeah, it changes the whole complexion of the game. When your pitcher goes out, and he threw a great game. Lincoln threw as good as he did, as much as I can ask of him.
More strikeouts against Unicoi County than against West Greene.
He threw it well,
and that's not a knock on West Greene. We've seen how talented Unicoi County is, and for Lincoln to do that well, he did what you needed him to do in a game like that.
Yeah, we did everything pitching-wise, offensively, to win the game, but we didn't defensively. And, you know, that's, since I've started coaching here, since, you know, dating back to 3 years, it seems like every year we play pretty dang good defense. And no matter if we hit it or if we can pitch it, we usually play really, really good defense. And it seems like this year it's been the defense that's cost us a couple games. And, you know, that's kind of frustrating for me because we put a lot of emphasis on defense and being sound with our feet, being sound with our hands. And then, you know, we make mistakes and it's frustrating. But, you know, I like the way we responded late in that game. We got in a big hole and put the beginning up in the 7th to put a little pressure on them, throw another arm that they didn't want to throw. The competitiveness is there. Our guys want to win. They want to compete. I think we've got as competitive of a locker room as anybody in the state of Tennessee. Like as far as like it's win or nothing. That's kind of the mentality in our locker room is like anything short of a win's a failure. And you know, those guys don't take losing very good, and nor do I. I hate losing. I don't care if I'm playing whatever, checkers. I don't like losing. But yeah, we beat ourselves. At the end of the day, we beat ourselves. And not to take anything away from Unicoi because they're really, really good. They got a great baseball team. They're well coached. They've got a ton of dudes, a lot of talent. But it's frustrating because we feel like we beat ourselves. We give them their runs. They didn't particularly earn a lot of them. So I think Lincoln had 2 earned runs.
I'm on the Tuesday game at the moment looking at it. Let's see, on Monday, Lincoln allowed 4 earned runs.
4, that's generous. I feel like it's more of 1 or 2. So, yeah, he holds them to 4 earned. If we cut out the unearned runs, 7-4 game, and his pitch count's probably at 85 instead of 115. So that's a big thing that a really bad inning defensively will do to you is run your pitcher's pitch count through the roof. And I think he threw dang near 50 pitches in 1 inning to knock him out of that game in the 5th instead of the 7th. So it'll change the game.
And then you go to Colin Bishop and then Mason Henderson to end the game with that final out that you needed. How important was it to get some experience for those guys? Because those are some guys that you're going to be calling on in the future going down the road in the next couple of seasons. So how important was it for them to see some of the starters that they'll see against Unicoi County in the future?
The score was, we had a big margin there late in the game. So we kind of went to the younger guys trying to save some arms for the next day. And Colin, you know, he got a welcome to high school moment, didn't he?
It was. He's a freshman, correct?
He is a freshman.
Yes. So sometimes you need to understand the high school game, and I think he was welcome to it in a very harsh way.
It's a great thing for him though, because now that kid can go throw against a lot of teams and be really good, be really, really good. Except, you know, when you've got a really good hitting team, you can't make mistakes where he did, or the ball lands where it does, right? And I think they had three off of him.
Yes.
So
all left field.
Yeah. So you know, it's a growing moment. It's a teaching. For the reason we went to him first is because he's a freshman. I think he's going to throw a ton for us, and I wanted him to see what good hitters look like, and what we can get away with, what we can't. I wasn't looking for, you know, it'd be great if he went in and struck out the side and got out of there, right? But I'm more so looking for him to learn right there and grow, because he could be a guy that takes the mound against Unicoi next year in a conference matchup, and we need him to see, okay, I can't do this, you know, because they can swing it. So if I miss, you know, if I'm trying to throw inside and I miss this pitch over the middle instead of maybe missing a little in to get the ball call, it's 1-0 instead of a 1-0 count. So, you know, those are learning moments for him. So yeah, it's good to get those guys in there. And then Mason came in and struck out their best player. That's pretty cool. You know, he faced one batter. It was Colby Jones, and he got a strikeout. So cool moment for him, man. Cool moment for him. I think might have been his first varsity appearance this year on the mound. And
what a way to start.
Probably the best hitter we've seen this year at the plate. Struck him out. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty special moment. Happy for him.
Going into Tuesday, more of a heartbreaker than Monday was, a 6-5 loss in 10 innings in Irwin. You jump on them early, they slowly chip away until tying the game, and then nobody scores until the 10th inning whenever you score one and they get two in the bottom half, and actually scored two in the 7th to force those extras. So give me your thoughts on Tuesday's game.
You know, it's a tighter game, but a similar explanation, right? We gave them too many opportunities. We made too many mistakes. And we didn't make as many mistakes. I think the mistakes we made were a little more spread out instead of all in one inning. But if we play error-free, we win the game again. I think they had 2 earned again, and you fact-check me on that. I'm not sure.
I see 4 earned on the game changer. 2 from Gavin, 2 from Gavin Crum, 2 from Gavin Murray.
Yep. So you win the game in regulation if they earn all their runs. That's the moral of the story. You don't have to go into the 10th inning, or we're not there until 9 o'clock playing extra innings. A lot of free baseball played last night, though. So defensively, we just got to make our plays. It's something as simple, and you don't think of it in the time. I mean, I do, because I'm always thinking, but probably our players don't think at the time. We're up 4 to 1. We're up 4 to 1, 6th inning. We've got a lead. We've got a 1st and 3rd situation, 2 outs. Now, knowing me, how much do you think we practice little situations like this?
Probably a lot.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
A lot. They go get caught in a rundown between 1st and 2nd. We step off. We're taking the out. Great. Have no problem with it. How we teach that? We take an out. We don't let a guy score. So that comes first. This comes second. We speed the game up. We get going too fast. We get really focused right here. They score. Now it's a 4-2 game. We take the out. The inning's over. You know, in the moment, you might be thinking, okay, we got out of the inning. We only gave up. We still got a 2-run lead. Every run matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every single run. It doesn't matter if it's a 7-1 lead, an 11-1 lead. Every run matters at the end of the day. So we leave a ton of guys stranded on the bases, and then we give up a free one right there. Then we come back out on defense and give them another free one in the 7th. So those little mistakes, you know, and it's bang plays, it's tough plays that we could make that we didn't. Yeah, we were there. We competed well, though. I mean, it's a 1-run game. We feel like we're just as good. You know, we feel like we're there with them. I think both games were, take out the 2nd inning of game 1, I think both games are probably a 1-run game both days, and dog fights both days. So it's frustrating. You'd like to win it, but hopefully we can beat them when it matters a little more. That's the goal. You know, that's the goal, and we know we're capable. We're very capable. We just got to go out and do it.
And with those losses too, we mentioned after the West Green sweep that you locked up no less than the 2 seed in the district tournament, and with the losses to Unicoi, that locks you up with the 2 seed in the tournament. So you wouldn't see Unicoi County until the championship game in the tournament being placed in opposite pods. So just touching base on that, and then going forward now, you've got 4 games ahead: at Westridge Friday, hosting Hampton on Saturday, at University Monday, and then hosting ACA on Tuesday. We'll go ahead and preview all 4 of those in the back half, so stick with us. Right after this break, we'll discuss each game here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.
When it comes to flooring, trust our team at Terry's Flooring. With the largest selection in the area, you're sure to find the perfect look for your home or business. Backed by decades of experience, our unmatched customer service ensures that your project is measured and installed with precision and done right the first time. It's no surprise that Terry's Flooring boasts a 4.8 rating on Google and a 5-star rating on Yelp. Come and see my Popsy's team at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard. Terry's Flooring, quality you can stand on.
For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Terriers Flooring Jacob Willett Show, where we cover everything on the diamond here in Lower Afton with the Chuckey-Doak Black Knight baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Jacob Willett. So looking at the schedule up ahead, let's start with Friday. You played Westridge on a Friday earlier this season. Now you go to Westridge on a Friday tomorrow night. So take me through what you expect with that game and what you want to correct from your first time with Westridge.
I think it's a game we can win. I think they're pretty good. I mean,
they hit the ball really well.
Oh yeah, they're a good team. I mean, they're a big school. That's, you know, for a 2A school, they're really good. Well, for us being a 2A school, they're really
for a
good.
2A and 4A matchup.
Yes. But you know, if we execute the things we need to do, like, we could be playing, I don't care who we're playing. We execute what we need to do, we're going to be in every game. I mean, we limit the walks, we play clean defense, and we compete in the box. It's the same story every game, Tyler. I mean, it never changes. The only thing that, I mean, nothing changes for us. The only thing that changes is who's in the other dugout. And that's why I get frustrated after wins sometimes. That is because it's always the same for us. You know, it's always the same things that we got to be good at. Regardless of who we're playing, it's up to us to go out and execute. You know, nobody beats us. We can only beat ourselves, and that's usually how it goes. Truly, I think we might have 2 or 3 losses where somebody just came in and beat us, and we've got 9 losses.
Yes.
Maybe 2 of them somebody come in and beat us. The other 7 we beat ourselves. That's not good, you know. Well, I mean, it is good because we're talented, but at the same time, we control our destiny. And if we play well, we can beat Elizabethton. If we don't play well, we can get beat 13-0 by Pigeon Forge. You know, it's like, it's up to us.
And then Saturday, you host Hampton on a rare Saturday game for the Black Knights. I know you don't like to schedule Saturday games as much, but welcoming the Bulldogs down here. Familiar with them. They were in the conference with you the last 2 years. Now you're playing a non-conference game with them. So whenever the Bulldogs travel down from Hampton, what are you expecting?
They're usually pretty competitive. I haven't kept up with them this year. Now that they moved out of our conference, I don't know how they're doing. But yeah, they're usually competitive. They usually swing it well. So again, as long as we compete, don't walk guys, play clean defense, and compete in the box, you know, should be okay. It's what we do never changes. Again, the only thing that changes is who's in the other dugout. So yeah, they're gonna be competitive. I'm sure they're gonna hit the ball. So we gotta make plays and catch it, throw it first, or get it to where it needs to go. Know our situations, be fundamentally sound, do the little things the right way.
And then moving into Monday, you travel to Johnson City to play University High, a top 10 team within Class 1A, one team that's always in the state tournament year in and year out, it seems, one of the best powerhouses in 1A. So what's it going to take to get the job done in Johnson City on Monday? Same thing?
Well, top 10 seems a bit low for them. You know, I feel like they're, just from me seeing them, I feel like they're top 3 at the worst. I mean, they're pretty dang good. But, you know, it's again, we got to fill up the zone, play clean defense, compete in the box, on the bases really well. It's, you know, it's what we kind of strive to do. And they're good. They're going to make you earn it. They got good pitching. They've got good defense. They swing it well. But, you know, as long as we can handle the baseball, we did an okay job of that some games this year, and some games not so much. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully we keep swinging it. I know Kipton and Gavin, they've had some hot bats here. They've hit 4 home runs combined in the past 2 games. So, you know, we can hope to keep that rolling. You know, I'm not one that's going to sit here and harp on hitting home runs, but it's nice to have when, you know, you got a couple
one swing
guys.
of the bat can change everything.
Yeah. So it's always good to have. But yeah, little shout out to those guys. Kipton got his first high school home run in his last at bat against Unicoi, then got his second one in his first at bat against Unicoi.
So back-to-back
plate appearances with home runs. That's pretty cool, you know. And then Braxton, man, my little freshman, he hit one that was about 3 inches from leaving the other night that would have won the game. I literally do not think you could have fit another baseball above that one and it not left the yard. So that sucks, you know. It's that close to winning that game at Unicoi, but the ball just stays in the park. Is what it's baseball, man.
Yep.
It's baseball. Good swing though. So we've been hitting it okay, but we got to keep swinging it. Be aggressive in the box, you know. Be on time. Don't miss a pitch when you get one, and then handle the baseball in defense. I think our pitching's been pretty good, so I hope to see that continue, you know.
And then going into Tuesday, the last game that we'll discuss with ACA again, hosting them here this time in Lower Afton. What are some of the things that you're going to take from the first game and bring into this one and hope for the same result?
Hopefully we swing it well. We've actually got a double header that day, Tyler. We play Johnson County right after, so that's going to be one where we've got to maintain focus. We're making up a game with Johnson County that day. So game one with ACA and then game two with Johnson County. Game one, we'll probably play a lot of young guys, keep the varsity guys ready to roll for Johnson County. So it could be an interesting lineup we put out there. A lot of guys that probably haven't played this year, but yeah, expect to see a lot of new faces in our lineup there. And guys that can play that just haven't got opportunity. Some really, really good players that we look to get a lot out of, you know, maybe this year, maybe next year, but a lot of guys that, you know, we think very highly of, and we think are going to make us pretty dang good baseball players, and are pretty good players. They just, you know, we've got a lot of upperclassmen, and maybe they haven't got on the field.
And then finishing up with Johnson County after that too, that actually finishes your conference schedule for the year. You're 9 of the 10 games through this year. That one's rescheduled from rain.
Yeah, from snow actually.
Snow.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I questioned myself, because it's odd to say snow in the springtime, but we did have that this year.
We did. We
had snow on spring break, which is very unequivocal.
We were supposed to go to Johnson County, and it's calling for snow, and I'm just not doing that. So I'm not getting stuck in Johnson County in a snowstorm.
There's not many places I'd like to get stuck in.
That'd be the last place
Mountain
I'd
City and
stuck.
Roan Mountain are probably the two that top my list.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. So whenever there's snow in the forecast here, you know, there it's probably not going to be so good.
Whenever the 1A district tournament was held at Happy Valley, you would travel up there, and all of the cars with Greene County license plates were just normal. Well, whenever the Cloudland and Hampton fans traveled down, I saw snow on the back of the vehicles, and I'm wondering, where did all of this snow come from? And then you realize, like, yeah, they're above us in elevation, and it's a little colder up there in the mountains, so it snowed for them, but not for us. It's pretty wild sometimes, just the geography of Tennessee and where it snows and where it doesn't. But got those 5 games ahead: at Westridge Friday at 5:30, hosting Hampton Saturday at 2, at University High Monday at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Tuesday ACA and Johnson County. What time does the ACA game start?
I think 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, then Johnson County to follow.
That. Yes, sir.
Those are the 5 games
6.
ahead. 4 and 6.
Yep, 4 and 6 start time. Yeah, we got a busy schedule coming up. And then we got the Green Fling coming around next weekend. So we're going to be playing a ton of baseball. Like 5, 8, about 8 games in the next week, or in the next 7 days or so. So it's going to be busy.
Going to be busy. Busy.
Yeah.
And then after that, hey, the most fun time of the year. It'll be postseason time.
Yeah, hope we're ready.
Looking forward to it. But until then, got some regular season games to finish up first. Got 5 ahead if you got the opportunity to make it out and see the Black Knights play in those. Mm-hmm. You have anything else to add?
Yeah, proud of the way our guys threw it on Monday, Tuesday. I thought we pitched it really well, especially Tuesday. I think Gavin and Gavin, they both threw it really well for us and gave us a chance to win that game. So super proud of those guys. Forgot to mention it. Crumb's had just an excellent conference year. He'll probably be up for MVP with the numbers that he's got. I think he didn't get the loss the other night because it was a tie game. He's 3-0 on the mound with like a 1.6 ERA, and he's hitting .581 at the plate with 3 home runs. I mean, it's pretty good number. So
pretty solid.
A heck of a year for him. I hope he keeps it rolling.
But that's all we got this week. Coach, once again, a nice early morning out here in Lower Afton with the best, most beautiful backdrop in Greene County. That's all we got this week for you. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Terrace Flooring Jacob Willett Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.